very curious to hear from this man. Has been in the news as of late. Of course, more importantly than everything that's been surrounding him, he is returning sooner than we all thought, and maybe we shouldn't be surprised. He's fighting February 21st in Pittsburgh, making his UFC welterweight debut against Tim Means. We're talking to my old pal, Cowboy Cerrone, Donald Cerrone on line one. Donald, how are you?
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the time. So there's a lot to get to with you here on the show, Donald, and I really appreciate you stopping by. People were very worked up over this, all up in arms, when it came out that you were actually fined for a flag that you wore on your shorts in Orlando. Can you tell us about that? Is this actually what happened? Were you actually fined for this?
Absolutely, I was fined for it. Yeah, I was fined for wearing an old flag. So patriotically, that's not very cool, is it? I don't think, especially when they make a pair of green shorts for McGregor, then I get fined for putting an American flag, a small piece of American flag, on my shorts.
Does this flag, other than the fact that it's an American flag, you're a proud American, does it mean anything in particular to you? Did someone give it to you? What does it represent?
Yeah, I mean, my grandma, and that's all besides the point. I mean, but just the fact that it was an American flag. I mean, if we just look at just that fact, I mean, that alone is kind of, whether it's superstitious or whether it's a gift from my grandma or whether it's because I love the United States. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I understand a fine, sure. Fine, I'll take a fine. What they did to me was a lot more than a fine, brother. So I'm not going to tell you the amount because I don't think that's right, but let's just say it was a lot, like a lot. And so I want to talk to Reebok, and I want to say, Reebok, if you could have the money, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But let's at least take that money and give it to a charity of your discretion. I don't care who. Let's make it a Wounded Warrior, or let's make it any military charity that you want. Since it was a flag, and I feel that patriotic, let's give it back to the people that the reason I get to fight and the reason I get to walk around and be free every single day that they fight their lives for. So let's donate that to them. I'll even double it. I'll even match the charity. I'll even match the amount again and give it. So it's not the fact that they took it. It's just, I mean, it just, the amount to me was crazy. A few grand, sure, I would have taken that. Like, yeah, but the amount they took was ludicrous. So
wow.
Yeah, my thing to whoever took it is, you don't have to give it back to me. Let's donate it to a charity. Let's give it to the Wounded Warriors or to the women with children that are orphaned because their fathers were over defending our country. So let's do that with it.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I'm wondering, did you have any inkling that you would get fined? Did you speak to anyone beforehand, or was this a complete shock?
I mean, I told them I was going to wear it, and they were like, "Well, we might fine you." And I was like, "Well, I'm probably going to put it on there. It's just something that I've done for every fight, and I guess I'll have to take the fine." So I don't know if the fine they gave me was a punishment for being unruly, but like I said, a few grand. I mean, let's just say the NFL. They have a $5,000 uniform cap, and they make millions of dollars, right? And their uniform cap is $5,000. So even $5,000, I wouldn't even be that mad. But still, come on, the amount they gave me is ludicrous.
Wow,
ludicrous. So yeah.
Can you give us like a ballpark range? Like what? I'm just very curious to know exactly.
It's more than $5,000.
Wow,
quite a bit more. Quite a bit. Let's just say I could probably go buy a brand new car for a Vietnam vet right now.
Wow,
cash money. Yeah.
How did you find out?
Just same way you guys did. They called me or they called my management company and told them what they were going to do. So, and they called me, told me, and I was like, that is absurd. So whatever. Yeah, on the point. I mean, it's over and done with now. Like I said. And then the part that really upset me, they said if I do it again, I won't be able to fight again. So that kind of buckled me.
Who said that?
I don't know. That's what they told Josh. They said if I put it on again, so we'll see. I mean, I plan on wearing it again. They're going to find me. I'm going to wear it again. We'll see.
So yeah, so you did tweet this. You said you wrote like 1,000,000% that you if you could and if you're fighting again, you do it again. That's accurate.
If we could reverse the times and I could go back and they said, would you put this flag on your shorts again, 1,000,000%, I would do it again. Absolutely. Not a doubt in my mind. I'm very proud to be an American, Ariel. Very, very proud. And that piece of flag means a lot more to me, you know. So it's just principle to me and pride.
Did you consider, and I don't know if this has the same effect, but I'm just wondering, did you consider putting it, you know, like sewing it on the inside of your shorts, something like that, so the world didn't see it?
It was for the world to see, though.
Yeah, I understand.
That's what it's there for.
I understand. And by the way,
I mean,
go ahead. Sorry.
So when we fly our flag high, they don't put it underground. They don't put it behind closed doors. They put it on a pole high so everyone can see it, don't they?
Yep.
So why don't we just hang? Why don't they say go ahead and fly that flag, but just put it inside? Just call the Pentagon, tell the White House, hang that flag inside. We don't even want to see it hanging. So just put it inside. So it's kind of different, right?
No, you're 100% right. I was just just to get away from the fine, but you're 100% right.
Sure.
And I respect the fact that you're so patriotic and it means so much to you. And I'm just curious, when you alerted them beforehand that you were planning on doing this, was this the UFC or Reebok or an equipment person?
Yeah, I think they're kind of one and the same, aren't they? I don't know. I don't know where the boundary line is. I'm not sure. Like where the Reebok guys working for UFC, I'm not sure. Are they contracted from Reebok or are they hired? I don't know. I don't know what the boundary is there, or what their positions are. There's so many people that work for the company, man. It's hard to. I have no clue.
Okay, and you know, it's. I'm guessing you were expecting something in a million years. Did you have any idea that it would be this much money? Like, did they say like if you? No. Okay.
No, money was never discussed at all. No idea. So. Yeah, not at all.
Have you talked to anyone since this has come out, like saying, "Hey, why so much? You know, what is there a way we can?" Like, did you pitch them this idea of the, the check?
You're the first person I've pitched it to.
Okay.
You were it. You're the golden goose, brother.
I appreciate that.
I'm upset about it, but what am I going to do? I can't. They take my money. I can't give it back. It doesn't work like that. They just take it. They have it before they give it to me. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got a check that was minus X amount.
I got no check. I haven't even got a check yet.
Okay.
So, yeah. I don't even know if there's a minus sign on it. You owe us money, probably. No kidding, right?
you're in the red now.
Yeah. You're fine. Matter of fact, we're finding you all the way into your next fight. No, I don't know. So. Who knows? But
something's got to give here. I mean, with you saying that you're going to do it for the next fight, you're in the main event and all that, I would imagine you have a good relationship with those guys, right? I mean, I would imagine you're going to sit down and try to figure this out.
Absolutely, I'm going to now. I mean, Ariel, I did not know it was this big of an issue. Like I said, for the NFL, it's $5,000, and that's for $1 million athletes. Like, I figured, what are they going to find me? $1,000, $2,000 maybe? I would have paid $2,000 to wear an American flag. That's fine. All day long. So, but now I know how much they really fine you. Holy banana shit, brother. I don't know. So.
But again, with all that in mind, you're still going to do it.
Yeah.
Wow. How does this make you feel about the whole Orlando experience? Because that didn't go your way. And this almost feels like adding insult to injury, pouring salt in that wound, right?
Oh, man, I got the whole Orlando experience. I mean, that's the crazy thing about my business, right? Some days are good, some days are real bad, and the bad days are usually real bad. So I got no excuses. I got nothing about it. I mean, sure, it just, had I won, it would have been the same fine, I'm sure, but whatever.
If there's
Moving forward.
Can you pinpoint anything that you wish you did differently in the lead up to that fight, in the locker room, anything that you would have changed before the title fight?
Oh, man, who knows? A lot of things. Maybe nothing. I haven't even dwelled on that part, to be honest with you. I don't know what I'd do. No clue.
What was the toughest part, and I'm assuming the answer is yes, but because your grandmother was there and everything she's going through, wasn't so much about you becoming UFC champion? It was more about... was that the toughest part?
No, the UFC champion part had nothing to do with it. I told you guys that a million times, but... Yeah. He got me. What can I say? He got me. I got.
Yeah.
I got caught, and there's nothing I should have done, could have done, training I should have done. I mean, people say that, like, you need to be training whenever I post pictures of me doing crazy shit, that you need to be in the gym training. People don't understand you cannot train 24 hours a day. It cannot be done. So it's like, am I going to go home and take a nap, or am I going to go screw around and go rock climbing, you know, where I'm staying active, enjoying my time, or I'm going to go wakeboarding and staying active, playing. But those do not affect, the fight was, Woody whipped my ass in 10 seconds. So, I mean, how did that affect any of that? How could I have done anything different? The dude hit me, perfect shot. There's nothing I could have done differently. I have no clue. I didn't even put much thought into it. But, yeah, he did a good job. He hit me, hurt me, and stayed on the ball.
I had the pleasure of seeing your grandmother in the elevator going up to the press conference, and she, you know, I wasn't sure really what to say, but she was like, you know, she said she walked up to you and said, like, you know, don't hang your head down, no excuses. Like that was some serious tough love. Like, don't feel bad about this. What exactly did she say to you? I was shocked. I mean, she wasn't sad. She was just like, look, it's another day and this happens and we move on. That's it. Big deal.
That's exactly what, I mean, she said, fucking put your head up and walk high. Look what you've accomplished in your life. Like, what, you know, so basically just fucking, no one here on this side is going to feel sorry for you, so fucking walk high. That's what she told me.
That is amazing.
So, you know? Yeah.
Did you allow yourself to lick your wounds at all? Did you give yourself a couple days to feel sorry for yourself, or not at all?
I mean, that night was tough. You know, all my buddies wanted to go out and drink, have a good time, and I was like, man, I'm all right. I'm gonna go to bed. And the next day I was fine. You know, here we are, and it is what it is. We're moving forward. It's the name of the game in this sport, man. You can't just. It's just how it goes.
Right. Did you miss the IV?
Hell yeah, I missed the IV. Good night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should have done a test run on that bad boy, but hey, what you gonna do?
Did you take anything? I know there's some other products. Did you take anything else to, you know, to replace the IV?
Like Pedialyte, stuff like that. I mean, I drank water, and I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, so yeah, of course I try, but it's not the same thing. That IV gives you life immediately, man. And I mean, I only have, you know, a quarter of a stomach. It's not the same size as yours, so when I drink, I can't just chug a Gatorade. It doesn't work like that. I'll fill up. So it takes a lot longer for me to rehydrate orally than it would for you two.
I don't know if you know, but Herb Dean has this new oral IV product that he's come out with. I think it's called Fight Fuel or something like that. Have you heard of this?
I have. I mean, to me, that just tastes like salt water. So, I mean, I don't know how much different.
Oh, did we lose you? You're back.
Real deal, but
yep.
There's nothing like pumping, you know, 8 pounds of water into your arms, man. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So is this why you're fighting at 170 next?
No, they called me and said, hey, we need you to fight, and I said, okay. I mean, I'm going to stay at 55, or I'm going to stay. I don't even care. It makes no difference to me. I'm just going to fight. It was just a fight.
Sure. But it must be nice to not have to cut those extra, 14 pounds and all that, right?
And that's funny. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner now, trying to put on weight, and I'm like 179.
Wow.
I cannot get above 180. I cannot do it, and I'm trying.
So what if you just love that fight week? It's a breeze. You get to eat meals. You win. You look good. You're hydrated. Is there a chance your days of fighting at 155 are over?
I don't know, man. Those boys at 170 are big, coming down from 200. You know what I mean? Those are some big cats.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I guess it's not the size of the fight in the dog, is it?
That is true, and that applies to you very well. And by the way, how do you feel about fighting a local guy, another Albuquerque guy? Do you have a relationship with Tim Means?
I do. Yeah, he actually lives maybe 3 miles down the. We both live in Edgewood. He lives right down the road from me. So, and we've had plans to train with each other, just never worked out. So, but yeah, shit, I'm excited. He throws down.
So you've never actually sparred with him, trained with him, anything like that?
No, none of that. Nothing.
But this does feel like the kind of fight that gets you excited. I know you don't watch fights, but you know Tim Means and his style, right?
Yeah, he's long, elbows, gritty. You know, it's the kind of fight that makes. I mean, literally, he's the kind of guy that you'd fight at a Walmart. Like, he really, he's just one of those. Really? I mean, if I ran into Tim Means, and we had problems, he would throw down. He's just one of those cool ass dudes, you know. So, yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun. There won't be any bad blood. There won't be any crazy stare downs or fights on the scale. I mean, he knows exactly we're here to make money, and that's what it's about.
Hey, by the way, just curious. if RDA fights Connor, who do you think wins?
And I hope RDA whips his ass.
Oh, really?
Oh, you'd never hear the end of it if fucking McGregor won. Oh my God.
Is that maybe the worst part of all this, that you don't get to fight him right away?
Oh man, that super sucks. Yeah, definitely cost myself a big today, but that's just the way life is, man. You know, I had my moment and I choked, and I can't dwell on it. I just got to keep fighting and keep moving forward. So.
All right. Hey, by the way,
we'll see. Maybe McGregor he should just say, "I want to fight Cowboy." I'm like, "Yes, you do. It'd be such a good fight."
Well, something tells me your paths will cross because of the history there. So I wouldn't throw that one out just yet. How was the hockey game over the weekend?
It was a good time. It was fun. Bakersfield, it was fun. A lot of love I got down there in Bakersfield. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, absolutely.
Who are tougher, hockey players or MMA fighters, in your opinion?
Man, I think MMA fighters get their dental work done immediately. I see a lot of hockey players missing all their teeth. That
is true.
I'll see that. So, we'll see. But them boys are tough, man. But it's a different kind of fighting. You know, they do as soon as they hit the ground, it's over with. So, whereas if someone tried to whip my ass on skates, I'll be trying to cut them.
That is true.
Stealing them.
Yes, that is not. Yeah. Hey, are you going to Boston for Paul Felder?
I believe I am, yes.
Oh, that's exciting. Will you be cornering him?
No, you don't ever want me to corner you. All my words of advice are, fuck him up. That's about all I got. So I'm not much of a corner.
Carlos Condit told me you were going to box him in his boxing debut. Did you know that?
No, I had no clue. That would have been sweet. Condit
has had one boxing match many moons ago, and he said that the original opponent was supposed to be you. Did you? You didn't? You had no idea?
Yeah. No idea. But you got to remember, back in those days, I was taking 3 or 4 fights a month, as many as I could, so it didn't matter. I was fighting everybody. Like I remember I was supposed to come down here and fight. I think I fought like 6 or 7 guys from Albuquerque in my kickboxing career. So, yeah, well, I didn't know it was Con. I never knew any of their names. So, just showed up.
But nothing's really changed now because you're still doing the exact same thing. Like you're talking about it like it was. You know what I mean?
It was a long time. Oh, yeah, but you got to remember, Condit then is not Condit now. You know what I'm saying? Like that name would have meant nothing to me. So, right. If they had told me Carlos Condit, I'd been like, yeah, cool, whatever, let's go. So, but I find that hard to believe because I really wasn't much of a boxer. So, but who knows? Maybe.
That's what he said. At least that's what he thinks. It'd be a lot of fun. Okay.
I believe him. I'm sure if they offered me money and said, we got to box this dude, I said, okay. So.
Would you do it now? Would you fight a teammate now?
Hell yeah, I would. Quick. No problem.
No problem. So all this Uriah Faber, TJ Dillashaw stuff, that's nothing for you.
No, I'll bust his ass. Yeah, quick. No problem at all.
Okay, let me ask you this last thing.
They call me Dan and say we need to fight Carlos Colin in a boxing match. I'd say, let's do it. So.
For a certain amount of money, though, right? You're not doing it for free.
No, not for free. It'd have to be money. I like money, so the more the better. So.
Did you think he won that fight against Robbie?
Yeah, man, he did real good. I was disappointed.
Yeah, it was close.
A tough call, but you never know. They say don't leave in the hands of the judges. You know, I've been on both sides of that. I feel, you know, where you're not sure if you won and they give it to you, and for sure you thought you won and they did give the other guy. So it's all in their hands. It's tough. It's tough, and those last 2 rounds they put it on the line, man. So I hope the UFC really took care of those guys, man, because they put it all out there for them.
Yep, that is true. All right, well, I'm just wondering, it sounds like you're busy there. If you need an extra hand, you never reached out. If you need someone to bang a hammer or something, I don't know. You know where to find me. You know, I'm waiting. I
would love to bring you out here and put you to work here, but I feel like I'd have to just go back and refix the shit that you did.
I was on your turf. I was in Albuquerque, and I saw you at the gym, and then you ducked out from the back. I was coming to ask you if you wanted some help, and then you guys just jetted out of there, you and Felder. So, I mean, I think I held up to my side of the deal.
Fair enough. Maybe next time. Maybe I'll fly you in, put you to work.
Okay.
Teach you a thing or two.
But for now,
hey, maybe we can get Reebok to start an aerial fund, and we could just, there you go. What do you think about that?
No, I like it going to the troops way better than for me. They've earned it. It's I love that idea, and I hope that this hopefully gets the ball rolling here. So are you gonna reach out to anyone to put a bow on all this? Are you gonna reach out to anyone? Do you want to talk to anyone? Are you hoping they hear that? How do you want to proceed here?
I'm hoping Ariel Helwani puts it out there. Headline: Cerrone hangs flag and gets fucked. Support troops.
Can I use that? Are you the editor? Do you give me the okay?
You probably couldn't use that one, but I don't know. I'm sure you'll be creative with your headlines. You guys normally are.
Okay. Again, one more chance. Do you want to tell us how much? Because I think that really drives home the point.
Like I said, the NFL gets fined $5,000. Mine was way more than that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
All right.
I could walk into a dealership and buy you a car right now.
Wow.
Cash money. So let's get a vet. Get him a brand new car, or get a couple of them. Let's put that money to good use.
All right. Amen. I co-sign that. Donald, thank you for talking about this. I appreciate it. And if I don't speak to you beforehand, good luck in Pittsburgh next month.
You got it.
All right. There he is, Cowboy Cerrone, stopping by with some interesting comments on this fine that he received. Now, I had heard that it was around $5,000 for the others. Came out that Nate Diaz. I had heard that. So it's interesting that he says the 5, and he says it's way more than that. And I wonder at the end of the day if once again this, is being dropped on Reebok, and maybe the UFC has their own equipment team. So that system is interesting. And it's so fresh, and I kind of wish there was like this process, much like the USADA deal, where guys were maybe given a warning or two, or there's someone checking them beforehand. Is there anyone in the locker room? And these are questions that are great to ask if we can talk to these people, and I would love to. Are there any people there in the locker room before you walk out, just checking you out, making sure everything's okay, that you're adhering to the uniform code, so to speak? Is there anyone there doing that? I mean, you have to wonder, a guy's about to go and fight in front of, a couple million people on Fox, that there's someone doing that. So how did he get by all of those hurdles? I didn't even notice it. I mean, the fight was pretty short. I did not notice it. I know the rules are the rules, but you do wonder where that money goes to as well. So very interesting thing. And Cowboy, he's been on this show before. It's rare to hear him that fired up. And hard to blame him. So that's an unfortunate situation. And like I said, somewhat adding insult to injury after what happened to him in Orlando.